Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. In today's video, we will share with you how to replace the water drain trap buried inside the wall. Firstly, instead of using a saw, we need to use a piece of metal wire to cut the damaged water pipe section out of the wall. This is a very useful tip for you to easily cut the water pipe. Take note of it and try to use it to see how effective and wonderful it can be. Next, what we need is a wrench and a piece of PVC pipe. Use the hot air gun to heat up one end of the PVC pipe. This will make it easier for the PVC pipe to connect to the wrench. Not stopping there, we also need to use a hot air gun to heat up one end of the wrench, shrinking it to make it easier to connect it to the PVC pipe. Look at this. Right after being heated, they fit together much more smoothly, don't they? This is a very useful tip for connecting pipes of the same size. You should also give it a try and let us know the results. Before disassembling, don't forget to dip the reconnected pipe sections into a container of water to make them firm again. Now use sandpaper to smooth the surface of the water pipe section that was cut inside the wall earlier. Fit the wrench connector to test it. If they fit perfectly, just take it out, apply a layer of glue, and put them back together. In the next step, I will use a meter tape to measure the length from the wrench connector to the pipe section and cut another piece of PVC pipe that matches that size. Please note that we need to leave a little extra length as allowance. Continue to let the hot air gun demonstrate its usefulness in important moments like this. Only with it can you easily connect two PVC pipe sections together. Once again, immerse the pipe sections in the water container, and now you can take them out. To attach the pipe section we just made in between the existing water pipe and the PVC, you need to continue heating up the entire length of the pipe to make it easier to bend. Now let's move on to the final step. We will apply glue to both ends of the wrench and the PVC pipe. At this point, you just need to gently bend the pipe, and they will connect back together. And of course, remember to cool down the PVC pipe to make it firm again. Apply glue and attach another piece of PVC pipe, and our work for today is complete. How you usually install a water pipe system in your house? Do you use fittings like this? I think it's quite unattractive and not entirely suitable for every situation. Do you see? The house will become messier if we install water pipes using this method. So what solution should be proposed to solve this problem? Don't worry, let's take a look at some pictures. And now let's join hands to solve the problem together. Can you guess the secret to bending the pipes in the images we just saw? The answer is using a spring and heat. Right after inserting the spring into the PVC pipe, tie a piece of wire at its end to hold the spring in place while we work. Next, what I have is a hot soldering iron. which we need to use to make the section of the tube softer. And now, we can easily bend it. Now you just need to bring the section of the tube close to its connection point, and use a plastic pipe cutter to cut the desired length. In spaces where you need to install square-shaped tubes as shown in the video, you should measure and mark the length of the tube to make the process easier. This task is actually quite simple, isn't it? You just need to pay attention to accurately mark the dimensions, and the rest is just skillfully using the hot soldering iron and bending the section of the tube. Attaching a string to the end of the spring allows you to move its position very easily. Now, if you want to bend another section of the tube, you just need to pull the string, causing the spring to rest in the middle of that section. The spring will help keep your tube bent without deformation. On the remaining face of the square column, in order to bend the pipe section to fit the size of the column, I used a meter tape to measure the width of the column. Then, I marked it on the PVC pipe. Instead of bending the pipe section at the position of the column like earlier, this time, I used a brick to facilitate the process more easily. The method of installing this water pipe system may seem simple, but it actually requires a lot of skill from the person doing it. However, it offers high practicality, so don't hesitate to give it a try and let us know the results in the comments section below. For the next two round columns and small iron column, before starting to bend the PVC pipes, I will measure the distance between them first. Right after marking on the pipe section, following the previous steps, we will use a hot air gun to continue bending the pipe section. Please stay tuned to see if the size of my pipe section fits perfectly between the two columns. In the next step, we only need to use the hot air gun to heat up the entire length of the pipe instead of just a specific position as before. This way, we can bend the pipe according to the shape of the column. Having completed the round column, now let's move on to the last column. The process will be similar to what we did earlier with the column that had right angles. Do you still remember? While performing these tasks, don't forget to pay attention to your hands, because there's a possibility that the hot pipe section could cause burns. Before proceeding to the final step, we need to remove the tangled wire from the water pipe. Now all we need to do is apply glue to the ends of the PVC pipes and connect them together. That's it, and our work for today is done. Do you find our method of installing water pipes useful? If so, give it a try and let us know the results in the comments section. Let's together find a way to remove the piece of plastic tube that has been glued inside here. Firstly, I applied a little glue inside it because when we light the fire, the burning glue will heat up the plastic tube part, making it easier for us to remove it. Here's another tip for you. Just in case we don't have glue, prepare a piece of stainless steel tube. And now, all you need to do is heat it up and insert it into the inside of the plastic tube that has been glued. This way, you can easily remove it. Here's another tip. Let's learn how to repair this water faucet together. After using a saw to remove the damaged part of the faucet, you should use a lighter to heat up one end of a PVC pipe. As soon as it's hot, quickly insert it into the inside of the previously cut pipe. Now you just need to pull it out, apply glue, and reattach them together. But this pipe section is too long. I will have to use a saw to cut it shorter. Then attach a water pipe connector to it, and then add a faucet to it again. Great, I have completed my task. Look at this. My water faucet is working very well. I want to connect a large plastic pipe with a small plastic pipe. What should I do now? First, I will use my lighter to heat up the larger plastic pipe. To reduce its size to fit the smaller plastic pipe, I used a piece of elastic string. Look at this. Does my elastic band work well? Right? Now I just need to add a little glue, and I can put them back together. Very simple, isn't it? Oops! My water tap lock is broken. Let's fix it together, shall we? Firstly, what we need is a small PVC pipe segment that is slightly smaller than the size of the old water tap. But before proceeding with the task, let's stick a piece of black duct tape onto the top of the pipe segment. Right after you cut off the old water tap, the pipe segment with the black duct tape will immediately come into play. Use glue to attach a connector to it. And now you can pull out the water pipe section as before. Wrap a little strip of adhesive tape around the faucet head and attach it to the connector. Let's wait and see if it works well. What trick is he performing with the wall? I absolutely can't figure it out, can you? Let's wait and see what exciting thing he'll bring to us, shall we? Oh, he's using a screw to insert the threaded section deep into the wall. Surprisingly, that's the trick to keep the water pipe. If you also find it really amazing, let me know in the comments below. Next, we want to share with you is an incredibly simple one. To be able to cut these water pipes, all you need to have is a piece of string, whether it's copper wire or iron wire. Both can be used. And of course, it's time for you to demonstrate the strength of your hands. Now let's together move on to the final tip of today's video. First, I used an iron wire to cut across a water line, and then continued using a saw to remove a section of that water pipe. In the next step, I want to connect two pipe sections to both ends of a PVC T-joint, but I can't do it. What should I do now? The answer is to use heat. When the piece of pipe heated up, I could bend it as I please. And so my job was completed excellently. In order to address the hole in this pipe, first, he uses a bolt to create threads on the inside of it. It might seem simple, but in reality, this step is crucial. It's the determining factor of whether his technique succeeds or not. And why do I assert this? Watch the entire video to find out the answer. Next, he uses a saw to cut a section from a PVC cone reducer. because he only needs to cut a small plastic portion. Using a heated paper cutting knife would be a solution for him to cut it more easily. After using pliers to secure it, he uses a lighter to heat up a threaded ring. Right after that, he takes out the plastic section, just cut from the PVC cone reducer, and presses it onto the heated threaded ring. Using a knife, cut off the excess plastic along the edge of the paper. Then he used pliers to remove the screws from the plastic piece. Can you guess what surprise is awaiting us when we remove this screw? Wow, isn't it amazing? The plastic piece has been threaded. And of course, don't forget to use scissors to trim around the plastic piece. Wrap a bit more plumber's tape around the threaded part of the plastic piece. He does this so that when he attaches the plastic piece to the pipe, it will be secure and won't leak water. After fitting the plastic piece into the hole in the pipe, he screws it back in and uses putty to fill in the exposed gap on the wall. So this water pipe has been fixed and the empty space on his wall has been filled in. Isn't that fantastic? This technique is quite straightforward, isn't it? If you're facing a similar situation, try applying this trick he used and let us know the results in the comments. And now, we sincerely thank you all for paying attention and listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to watch the latest and most interesting videos from us. See you again in the next videos.